What's up, guys? Welcome to JCL Builds. We're working on a 2007 f350. We're installing a fast fuel system, and I kind of started already, so you gotta disconnect your batteries, both batteries, and right now we're gonna connect the harness. Got another relay. You want to make sure you get power, key to power. So we're gonna run it through the firewall and go inside to the fuse box in there. And there is a relay right here. There's a relay right here. It connects to the harness. We're gonna take this ground off, and yeah, sorry about that. We're gonna take this ground off and put it on there and put the cover on this relay. And after we get the electrical situated, we're gonna hop underneath the truck. We're gonna have to drop the tank, drill a hole, put our return and suction side, put the tank back up, and put the lift pump back on. Install a new lift pump on, and we'll run it and see how it goes. We'll take you through the process. What's up, guys? We got it just about all connected. We're gonna rerun the wire, the part of the harness that's gonna go into the fuel, into the lift pump. We're gonna drop it down and stretch it across underneath the frame to where we want to put the lift pump. I'll show you what I've done so far. That way you have an idea. This is your harness. You want the red as positive and your negative as in this bluish turquoise color. Like I said a while ago, we're gonna put our relay right here into this ground. I ended up grinding it down a little bit more so we can get a good ground. And the fuse that's gonna go to the fuse box, I don't know if you can see it, guys. You can follow this harness. It goes inside through the firewall. Comes down here. See the harness, and I went through and up, and here it is. I got, like I said, you need a key to power. So I got this one, tested it. You want this fuse that came with the lift pump outside, and you want your main fuse to go inside the harness. Inside the fuse box. So we got all of this ready. So now we're gonna drop the tank and cut the hole, and we will bring you through that process. Can you see? All right, guys, we're here to the next step to drop the tank. This is a tank. We gotta drop this skid plate. 4 bolts. You got one here. You got one there. We got one right here and one right here. After we drop that skid plate, in order to take this tank off, there's a strap right here. We're not gonna loosen this side. We will loosen this other side, which is right, I don't know if you guys can see it. That's part of the skid plate. Right underneath it is the strap that holds and that will bring down the tank, as well as over there, skid plate bolt right there, and the strap that holds the tank. Once we drop that up, we're gonna, oh sorry, now that I remembered, before you even drop that tank, we got to disconnect these lines that go to the fuel tank. We don't want to drop it and then break this, and that will be a bigger situation. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I got make it easier, I got maybe half a tank, half of a tank of diesel in here. So what I'm using is 2 jack stands. I got low profiles. I got one right here. I got another right here. With me I got my brother Sammy. He's helping me out. Yeah, we're gonna get this tank down, and we will move on to the next step. What's up, guys? We ended up dropping the tank. Kind of ran into a complication. Everybody's is different. Again, this is from late 99 to 03, I believe. The one video I did see, there's not a lot of videos out there. It's kind of another reason why I'm doing this. The gentleman that did it, this part right here was flat, but in my truck, which this is a 2000 7.3. His was flat right here, and mine has a hump, and on this hump right here it hits the frame, so I can't put the return and suction line here. So what I did is I cut a piece of this cover protector, and I'm gonna draw the 1 3/8 inch right here, and I lifted the float to the fuel sending unit is over here, so it's not gonna interfere with the suction tube that I'm gonna install here. So I'm gonna be drilling the hole and putting the suction and return line here, and then we will put the fuel tank up, and we'll put the return and suction hoses over the frame, and to our satisfactory to where we decide to put the lift pump. But as of now, we'll drill the hole, put the adapter in there with the line, and we will go from there. Alright guys, we found a location for it. Put it right here. We put the hoses on. Now we're gonna put the tank back on. Like I said a while ago, we're gonna put the hoses over the frame. Oh, she's right underneath there, and we should. The lift pump should be right here. That's where we're gonna put it. My brother's already down there. We're gonna start putting this tank back up and finish the last step with putting it on the lift pump. What's up guys? Next day, had to kind of took a break. Came to a stopping point yesterday, kind of got late. Started again today, just a little final touches up. I put the harness right here. I zip tied it, the rest of the remaining right here, and the harness that goes to the lift pump, I pulled it all the way to the bottom just to make sure there's no slack there. Pulled the harness down, we're getting rid of this old fuel pump. They said you could take it off. I was just too excited to put this new lift pump on, so I just left that. May do that over the weekend. Shouldn't take too long. 7mm bolt, a couple bolts over here, and just to disconnect that line, zip tied the harness and the lift pump hose right here. Run it against the frame. Keep running it. I didn't want too much slack over here with the lift pump, so I ran it over the frame. Zip tied it right here. Made it to a couple loops so it's just not dangling there. Same thing with the hose. I should have cut it to the right length, but like I said, I was excited. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Nobody gets underneath there, so I don't think it looks bad. I mean, I could always go back and cut it to the right length. I zipped out of here. Also zipped out of here to this other harness. And yeah, there's a lift pump. It works. We primed it. I'll show you it on real quick. Turn up. I already let it run for a little while, just to make sure there was no leaks. It's been running. Took it out for a little test drive. So new fuel system comes out. And so far so good. Again, this video is not sponsored. make another video of what I've done to the truck and what I plan to do to the truck. I've done a couple things already. Yeah, thank you guys.